is Meadowbank Wharf. Welcome to Meadowbank Wharf. Beautiful day today, day 3. This is the old railway bridge next to the new railway bridge. We'll get a bit of view of that when we get to the wharf. But in the meantime, let's have a walk along the shores of the Parramatta River. There we go. This is the car park up to the Meadowbank Wharf, also known as Shepherd's Bay. So technically this is not Meadowbank, this is Shepherd's Bay. But either way, lovely little place to come down and relax, but we're going to spend the whole day on the ferries and buses and trains. It's a Friday, so we'll have $9 capped to go everywhere and anywhere and see whatever it is that we want to see. Okay, we went all the way to Circular Quay, and there's our coffees, and we're currently at City Extra. There we go, and we've had a wonderful time already. Let me just reverse the camera angle and you can see what's behind me and the Circular Quay in all its splendour. Right, so here we are, Circular Quay in all its splendour. There is a cruise ship in, not ours of course, but there it is. I've actually been on that ship before. That's right into the seas, and there's the rest of the lovely Circular Quay, and should show you the harbour bridge most essentially, and of course I don't know if you can see the Opera House from here. No. It's sort of hidden behind the wharves there, but there we go. Alright, I'll maybe show you the Opera House a bit later, but that's what I'm doing at the moment. Just one positive thing. After we left the aquarium yesterday, we got ourselves a free taxi ride. The taxi driver was very, very nice to us. Pulled over, said, "Would you like a lift? Sorry, do you need a taxi?" And we said, yes, because our bus had already left. So he took us to the bus stop, and I asked him how much, and he said, "For you, it's free." So there you go, free taxi ride in Sydney, unbelievable. And then, to top it off, here in City Extra, we had a wonderful experience with a waitress who was kind enough to ask us if we needed other seats. So it's fantastic. We're having a great time, really enjoying ourselves. So it's only just started. This is, day 3. Today's plan is just to go around. We've got a whole day with our Opal tickets. Going to spend the whole day just going around investigating the harbour and looking at various bits and pieces. You saw earlier that we were out at Meadowbank, at the ferry terminal. Well, now we're in Circular Quay, and don't know where we're going to go from here, but we'll soon tell you, and I'll give you another update when we get there. Here we are in the Circular Quay train station. Now you might find it a bit hard to hear me because there's a lot of noise in here, but it's a great place to see the ships and the harbour bridge and the harbour itself, and of course in the far corner there the Opera House. That's where we were with the ferries, and we could catch a train here, but we've decided we're going to catch a tram instead. So we'll see you down at the tram stop. And here we are out in front of Circular Quay railway station, and there's the tram stop, and we're about to get on. I hope that's the right tram. We'll soon find out. No, we're not about to go on. There it goes. See you, Mr. Tram. But as one goes, another one comes in. There's a life lesson for you. You miss one tram, there's always another. On the tram, believe it or not, even though I live in Sydney, this is the first time I've been on a tram, or light rail as they call it. There we are. You're not going to get too much review through the windows because, of course, they have the advertising on the outside. Although it doesn't look too bad actually, it's looking pretty good. Maybe we'll get a few shots. But I'm also travelling backwards, so that could be interesting. But I'm not going to leave for a little bit, so just hold on, and by clever magic of editing, you'll skip to the next part where, if it's appropriate, I can take some vision out of the windows. So we just got off the tram, This is actually Central Station. So there we go. Central Station. There's the tram stop. Before we go into Central, we're going to have a look at the brand new Chalmers Street entrance, which was only opened literally only a few months ago. Its opening was delayed by the fire in the hat factory. I don't know if you've seen that video, but yeah, have a look at it. There's a fire in the hat factory, old hat factory, caused damage to this building a few days before it was supposed to open. So now we're going to have a look at it, and I'll show you where the old hat factory used to be. They had to knock it down because it was very much unstable, even though it was a heritage building. Alright, so that's where how we're going to get into Central, the opposite side. I shall see you at the hat factory. Okay, so here's the entrance to Central, on the opposite side of the road from the railway station. But that's how you have to get in these days. So let's go and have a look at it. Going to go up the lifts. So we just walk here, just be careful where we're walking. That's Andrew just waving hello there. Alright. Oh, here we go. Is that going up?
Don't know, but we'll get the next one anyway.
Alright, we're going up to visit the hat factory at the opposite side, and then we'll go down into Central. Because there's probably going to be lots of people in Central, I probably won't record Central Station itself, but I'll certainly show you where the fire was, and yeah, and then we're going to head out to Parramatta, so I'll show you what there is to see there in a moment. Just waiting for the lifts. Oh, convenient that we've got emergency help up there. So if you want emergency help, just ask Andrew. Alright. Here's the lift coming now. Alright, here we go. And we're going up. Technically up was really only a afterthought.
S for L.
S for street, C for Central, and L for lane, I think. I'm not sure. But anyway. Alright, so just going up, and I'll show you where the fire was. This should be the exit. Yes, here it is. It's this way. So here we go. There we are. So the hat factory. Hat factory was just in that corner over there. But the adjacent building was also badly damaged enough that they had to remove that building as well. As the hat factory collapsed, it damaged the top of this station, and also some of the lovely brand new work that they'd done on the facade. So it's only just opened a couple of months ago now, after the hat factory burnt down and the other building was knocked down. Okay, not a very commonly used exit, never was meant to be. But let's go back in and we'll go down to Central. And I'll probably see you next at Parramatta. Parramatta Station. And if I pan across and down, Westfield. Because Parramatta Westfield is way down that way. Yep, there's an underground entrance with lots of stores to Parramatta Westfield. Why am I standing here? Because I'm waiting for Andrew, who happens to be in the Woolworths Metro store getting himself some drink. Not that any of you really necessarily wanted to hear that, but there we go. So there's Parramatta, incredibly busy here. Nearly got run over several times. But an interesting story in there, Woolworths Metro, just a moment ago. I was using my walking stick to hook out some iced coffee from behind the back of the fridge. And a gentleman came and asked me about the walking stick. There he is. Thanks, mate. So I used my walking stick to get him some iced coffee as well. So there you go. Now, we are here at Wynyard Station. One of the features of Sydney railway stations is they have exits everywhere. this exit up the lifts, and yes, it's a long way up the lifts. Oops, long way up the lifts. Up the lifts, there we go, all the way up there is how you get to Barangaroo. Direct exit straight across to Barangaroo, which is the new area of Sydney, commercial area of Sydney, with a casino and hotels and things like that. Now these escalators, huge escalators, they're originally wooden. Even when I was here, before they redid the place about 5-6 years ago, they were wooden escalators. Never seen them anywhere else except here in Sydney, but yes, they had them. Now, I know you guys are a bit skeptical. Let me prove to you there were wooden escalators here. How do I do that? By looking up. Yes, indeed, there they are, strewn around the roof as an art installation. They are the original wooden escalators. Fascinating. Okay, now let me show you the other 3 exits and where they point out where they go. They've extended this railway station fairly recently. They've extended it recently, so let me show you what it looks like now. It's much larger and wider. So we'll just go around the outside because I want to show you some of the other exits. So let's just do this. Sorry, I should have pointed out. Sorry, that's the exit up to the street level. Sorry, not Barangaroo. I haven't been here for ages. So that's those escalators go up to York Street, which is just above us. If you want to go to Barangaroo, I've just misled you. Don't go up the escalators, because this is the exit to Barangaroo. It's quite a lengthy walk. I've actually done this once before. Quite a lengthy walk through a myriad of buildings, uphill, down dale. So there's some escalators there you go up, and that will go to Barangaroo. But of course, you can't stop there. What about some other exits? Well, let me just show you what's around the corner here, just in case you didn't have enough ways to get in and out. By the way, this is by no means the most complex railway station. That prize probably goes to Town Hall Station. But this is a stop that used to be familiar to me. I used to get on and off here every day to go to work. And at this end, we have 2 choices as well. The first choice is to go straight ahead. Right down there is where you would go to get to George Street. Your second choice is to turn left. So just down here, there's a left turn which goes on to a bit of a rabbit warren of buildings, but indirectly leads to Circular Quay. And I thought I'd got myself lost, but no, I haven't. It was a bit of a wider entrance when I used to come along here, but obviously they've sold that property on the corner, the Met Centre, and through the Met Centre you can go to Circular Quay. And last but not least, if you were to go down the stairs instead of up the stairs, so instead of up the escalators, like so, if you went down the stairs over there, you would end up going down and being able to cross over to Pitt Street, underground pass. But it's closed at the moment because that's actually going to lead to the new metro station on Pitt Street. Before that it was an arcade, etc. So yes, George Street, but also once it's open you'll be able to get to Pitt Street via the other entrance. So there's basically 5 exits from this station, and that'll do it for Wynyard. Circular Quay at night or in the dusk. I couldn't avoid this. It's a beautiful sight. Have a look at, there's the Opera House. The wharf down the bottom, North Sydney up the top, ferry coming in, beautiful. Or going out. I think it's going out actually. There's the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And there's the International Cruise Terminal, just right next to the Sydney, right in front of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. By the way, the River Cat is the one on the left. They were built in the late 90s, early 2000s, and the yellow and green one is the old 1988 Centennial ferries, which are due to be out of service soon. They're being restored, but they're very old, those ones. But wonderful little ferries they are. Quite slow, but still excellent and very nostalgic. There's one here with the lights on in port. And that's looking into the rocks over there. So there we are. Now our cruise won't be leaving from the International Cruise Terminal. We'll be leaving from a terminal called White Bay, which is the other side of the point from here. Well, there you go. And by the way, under the harbour bridge, in the distance, that whole lot of lights there, that's Luna Park.